With this rising economic mishaps and uncertainty rocking the entire Nigerian socio-political economic sphere, what had been the experience of an average Nigerian teacher? We'll get to know, of course, what they are passing through and how they are coping with this unfortunate, of course, dilemma the entire country has been trapped in. Being a teacher, of course, is one of the most enviable and most respected profession that builds the society and, of course, contribute immensely for the development of humans and the society, but unfortunately have been relegated and has been considered of no importance in Nigeria following the latest development. They are not being taken care of. Their allowances and welfare is not being prioritized by the said government. And being that the stipends they receive could no longer sustain them, even for their transportations to their places of engagement. What has been your experience? How do you survive? Can I know you? Good morning.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Lagosians. Good morning to every citizen of Africa. Uh, in the issue of teaching profession, at first my name is engineer. In the issue of teaching profession, uh, it's not been favorable. Just, just, uh, just engineer. Well, I, in the issue of teaching profession, I discovered a lot of things against a teacher. Now, I need to make some basic knowledge out to the hearing of Nigerians. Number one is the definition of teaching, so that parents and school owners should know why a teacher should not be uh, compressed, suppressed under hardship, and mitigated against. Yes, we know there are several people who claim to be teachers that have done all sorts of rubbish and atrocities with over students. But when I'm talking of the reality of a teaching profession, number one, a teaching profession is actually uh, this is the impartation and impartation, impact and impartation of knowledge on studentship for the development of that child to be able to stand against the societal inconsistency as time goes on, and for the development of the community so that the economic value can be raised. But these days, what we see in teaching and what we see in schools and educational sectors is doing the opposite. Imagine a teacher teaching a child. All they put in their mind is to help a child to pass exams instead of teaching a child to pass exams. I don't know what that. That is why we have a lot of fraud in the society, and that is the compression that has been done by the school owners, so that as to be able to propagate a good name uh, of their schools or institution ahead of the good value they ought to have. Now, this economic inconsistency, I don't want to use a very derogatory name to be able to describe our economic these days. Teaching has not been favorable. Number one, teaching has been uh, a kind of a sphere of povertized mentality. Imagine a teacher earning 35, 40,000 and is a graduate. I heard of some teachers earning 39,000 and he has worked there for 10 years. How will that kind of person fight against this poverty or povertized system of economic value that we have now? A teacher who collects 39,000 and Gary has increased to 2,700 per plastic. How much Gary will you be able to buy for a month? How much will you be able to spend for food generally? What will happen to house rent? House rent of 300,000 has increased to 450,000. House rent of 200,000 has increased to 300, 350,000. How will we be able to contend against, you know, contributing money to be able to pay house rent? Imagine this kind of reports about the economic system against teachers. Teachers have not been treated well, and more so, parents are so most parents are so dumb. Let me not get, because all they want to do is protection of their children against teachers instead of them teaching their children good values from home to be able to contain some basic uh, throw-out knowledge that is not developmental. Instead, they go and start fighting teachers and start arresting teachers in the school, even when the teacher is right. So these are the kind of militanting or militation against teachers' development and financial capacity within the country.
What can you say about the government approach to education and, of course, the welfare of citizens, especially the public teachers?
Now, Lagos State government, I don't know how they've been treating the teacher. I believe they are treating the teacher a little bit well because some of them earn very close 100, but that 100,000, 200,000, can it value purchasability this very moment? Can you be able to contend with the purchasability of this moment? Now, federal government and okay, they have actually been bringing the wrong set of people to be in the ministerial settings, ministerial affairs of education. So teachers are always being slapped with the stupid and senseless kind of policies that have been put over educational system. There is no, and should there be any policy that is good because of some wrong concept of policies that have been put, you discover that staff of the ministerial setting and affairs will also develop fraudulent mentality towards what, towards educational system, and this has not made teachers to be living well with the economic value of this very period of time.
How do you feel being a teacher in Nigeria when your welfare is not prioritized? Would you have an option of quitting should that become possible?
Actually, a lot of people have quitted teaching over time. That is why you see teachers are always, you always see sample everywhere. You are looking for physics teacher, chemistry teacher. Uh, you see signboard all over the place. That's, and the people they are bringing in now, they're bringing in some, can I call it, incompetent teachers to teach. So at the end of the day, during um, WAEC, you start seeing people running up and down looking for mercenary to be able to solve for them during WAEC examination. When I did my own WAEC, nobody solved for me. I'm not boasting. If you fail, you repeat. That's why there are tutorial centers to build you up. Nobody solved for me. Nobody tell me where the answer is. All we did is to learn from our teachers, develop good sense of tracing answers from our textbooks and our notes, and we're able to what, to contend, and we passed. So I can't see why this present teaching profession is based on mercenary solving.
Aiding students to pass, even when imagine a physics student who don't know even to how to couple basic electrolytic experiments, and you see him excelling or passing the exams. What kind of society are we heading to breed?
Sir, I will even tell you that you've gone too far. Simple in physics, the first after the definition of physics, the first topic in physics is laboratory instrumentation and measurement. Most students don't know laboratory instrumentation and measurement. So how will you now go as far as you know putting together uh, um, electrolytic system device or experiment? Even common basic electrical electricity using potentiometer, they cannot couple it. Teachers couple it for them in examination hall and give them readings. You will have work readings for them to plug. They cannot plug graph. They tell them how to plug graph, and all they will just do is copy and paste. So you've gone so far. It's just that I find it difficult to understand why this kind of thing will be done to educational system, which is even the president was taught by a teacher. I can't see why enough good value, good policy should not be accrued eh, to educational level or educational sectors for development of a common man to be a professional in this country.
Thank you so much for your wonderful submissions. God bless you.